This is something I've been waiting for my entire life. And to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. But I know this is where I belong. So I just gotta get out there and do what I was born to do. I hope I can make my family proud.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of
This is it. Opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. Here we go. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the side. Stepping out onto the floor now for his very first official NBA playing time. We're going to check out our first glimpse of professional basketball from Butler.
Yeah, and whether he has friends and family in the crowd tonight or watching at home, I know a lot of people are proud of this young man. He's worked so hard to achieve this goal.
Yeah, and the future's bright for him, Greg. Not just tonight and not just this season, but for years to come.
And no good to start the night, missing his first attempt there.
And Charlotte's defense, it didn't really start out incredible last season, but over the course of the year, they climbed the ranks, and by the end of the year, they were fourth.
And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. That's going to send Jeremy Lin to the free throw line. That one is on Stoudemire. And Clark, you don't think of too many of the Hornets' lockdown defenders, MKG being the big one, but they defended well over the entire season.
And for them, Kevin, rim protection was a big factor. They were a top 5 team in the league in forcing missed shots at their own basket.
Butler against Land. Butler goes in, and he uses the glass on the layup. Butler gets the bucket. In a moment to celebrate here. Those are his first official points as an NBA player. Williams, a screen on Butler. Lin with it. Butler covering. Kidd-Gilchrist dishes to Williams. Banked in off the glass.
Crafty pass work there, getting it down low for the easy deuce.
They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, we know until last season the Heat had been the kings of the Southeast Division. They won 4 straight division titles, but all of that changed last season.
The Heat struggled in their own division last year, ended up 3rd in the group, but went a measly 6-10 in conference play.
And listen, they knew it was going to be difficult without LeBron, and especially with the injuries they faced. The Heat still have the most division titles among the Southeast teams with 7. They need to work hard, though, to add to that mark in coming years.
The Heat trail by 8. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Butler kicks to Richardson from 11 feet away. And there's Joe Johnson on the assist by Richardson.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And stolen by Butler. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Now Lin. Zeller setting the pick for Lin. Can't nail the jumper. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. It's Charlotte up by 4. Back after. Well, earlier we saw sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that it's finally here, the feeling's pretty crazy. But I know it's just the beginning. I got a lot of hard work ahead of me to get to where I want to go, to be the best player and the best teammate I could be. But this is an exciting first step, no doubt.
You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective from most rookies, do you?
You really don't, Kevin. I mean, I really like his approach.
Miami going with a whole new group out there. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Williams, he's checked in for Cody Zeller. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist comes in for Nicholas Batum. Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Courtney Lee. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Walker. Holman here now for an injury report.
He told me that it doesn't look too serious. A discouraging development for this team so early in the season. We'll see what kind of impact it has on them in the long term, guys.
Thank you, Doris, for the update. We appreciate it, and we really hope for the best as always.
And he's a tough guy. My guess is he'll be back before we know it and better than ever.
Greg, I sure hope you're right. I mean, there are just so many uncertainties when it comes to dealing with injuries, though. Let's hope for the best.
Butler in at point guard. Winslow is out there with Johnson. Then it's Johnson, and it's Stoudemire in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
And Kidd-Gilchrist had that very funky jumper coming into the league. And prior to last year, really worked tirelessly. Not an easy thing to do to try to change the entire form and structure of your jump shot.
From deep, Johnson. It's rebounded by Charlotte. And Lamb kicks to Lin. There's a screen by Williams. Lamb, good. And it's an 11-point Hornets lead.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Butler passes to Johnson. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Winslow dishes to Butler. Shot clock at 6. Winslow setting the pick for Johnson. Baseline J on the way. Johnson, good. And here is Lin.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
Here's the screen. Jefferson inside. Working on Stoudemire. And Jefferson gets it to go. And Miami has possession. 11-point game. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the shot is good.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Lin kicks to Kidd-Gilchrist. Feeds it to Lamb. The dish now to Lin. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And he can't hit the second. Outside Butler. Up in time. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And so we conclude the Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. So it's Charlotte picking up the win. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
Yeah, when adversity was at its greatest, they came up big. They seemed to relax a little bit once.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kemba Walker.
Well, he shows just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. and the building was stunned. We saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda.